Hey there, it's Michael here, and in this video what I want to do is give you an exercise that's going to help you reach your next level of success. It's going to help you become more confident. It's going to help you get so much knowledge about what is going on in here, inside of your own head, because most people have a severe lack of self-awareness. And as you do this exercise, which is both going to be the easiest thing you ever do, as well as one of the most difficult things that you have ever done in your life. But as you go through this, you will find so much about yourself, and you can now break free from things that have held you back, even without you knowing it, for years. That's my promise for you in this video. So first of all, before I go and tell you this exercise, let me tell you how a lot of people go through life. And that is a life of copium. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time you were actually alone with your own thoughts? When was the last time? And for a lot of people, that's a pretty long time ago. Because what happens? People get up. They just go maybe get some dinner. They turn on the radio, or they start scrolling through their phone, most likely. Right? And so, waking up, phone, distractions. Right? You get breakfast, you have maybe some music on, or some Netflix, or something like that. You go to work. What do you have on in the car? Radio. Again, you're distracted constantly at work by all of the things you need to do. Or maybe some news sites or something else. Right? You drive back home. Again, radio. You come back home. Maybe you put on some music, or you turn on Netflix. You go and have dinner. Maybe talk to your spouse. And then again, it is going to the television. Going through some series on Netflix, or watching sports, or whatever it is. And then again, before you go to bed, scroll, scroll, scroll. And the truth is, we are constantly distracting ourselves because we don't really want to be alone with ourselves, with our own thoughts. And that should be the real definition of success. How good do you feel about yourself when you are by yourself with nothing else to distract you? How do you really feel about yourself when you are sitting alone in a room with nothing to distract you except for your thoughts? How do you feel in that moment? That is the real question on happiness. So going back to these constant distractions that we all face every day of our lives, it comes down to this split between our conscious and our subconscious. Because by distracting ourselves, we can go through life without noticing a lot of things that are inside us. A lot of our beliefs, our feelings about ourselves, our self-image. We just look this way by being busy, by distracting ourselves with Netflix, with our phones, with all of those things. We look this way, whereas a lot of the negative feelings about ourselves, about the world, that we don't really want to face are over there. Right? And so that's the life so many people live. So we need to be aware that there are some things that we are aware of, that we're conscious of, but a lot of things, especially our beliefs, our values about ourselves, about the world, those for the most part are not conscious. And so, for example, if you consciously want to have a successful business, but subconsciously you associate business with a lot of responsibility, and you feel that you're not a responsible person, you're not gonna make that change. You're not gonna be successful at it because your mind won't let you. Because it feels like if you succeed at building that business, now you have a responsibility that you cannot handle. But most people are not aware of those things going on, right? And so how do you become aware of what is going on beneath the hood, so to speak, right? If you have a car and you're just driving, that's all perfectly fine until something breaks down. And then you need to lift up the hood, look underneath, and just figure out, okay, what is broken here, right? And in life, for most people, they don't have the knowledge to really understand what is truly going on. And so with that said, that is what this exercise is designed to do. It is designed to help you bring more self-awareness to yourself, your beliefs, how you feel about the world. And as you figure these things out, as you take those beliefs that are below the surface and you now bring them up, now you can go and resolve the negativity that is surrounding them, that is just holding you back, right? I like to think of it like this backpack on your back. That is your past. The past trauma, experiences, limiting beliefs, way you think about yourself, about the world, that's all in that backpack. And as you uncover it and you then resolve the negativity, it's basically like just taking the weights and just little by little throwing them out so that your journey forward becomes lighter and lighter, so that you're not burdened by a lot of these things from your past. And to do that, you need to first be aware of what is truly holding you back, how you truly feel about yourself, how you truly feel about other people, how you truly feel about the world. The exercise to do that then is to do nothing at all. That's it. Do nothing at all. And I know it sounds simple, I know it sounds easy, but let me tell you, it is not. So what you're going to do for this exercise is get yourself in a room for about 15 minutes, 30 minutes if you want to go the extra mile. And have nothing there. Nothing at all to distract you. So no phone, no computer, no music going on, nothing. Not even like if you're in the bathroom and having the shampoo bottles. Not even that. Just lock yourself up somewhere, 15 minutes, set an alarm somewhere outside of the room that you cannot access. And sit there in silence with nothing but your thoughts. And I know it may sound strange, but here's what's gonna happen. Thoughts are gonna pop up. Maybe you have some brilliant idea. Maybe it's like you have that little voice inside of your head speak up of like, well, you portray yourself as confident, but really, I'm feeling insecure, right? Maybe you have something like that going on. And then as you sit there in silence, just let these thoughts come up, because those are a part of you. And even if it's just a small part of you that believes that you're not confident, even if there's just a small part of you that believes that you're a fucking loser, if that persists within you, it's gonna drag you down. It's gonna lead to a life of self-sabotage. It's gonna lead to you not achieving your dreams and goals because you don't feel worthy. And so this exercise of just doing nothing for 15 minutes with nothing to distract you, that's gonna help you bring those things to the surface. Now, the next step from doing that, and that is after the 15 minutes are done, I want you to go and sit up, get a pen and paper and write it out. After the exercise. Don't do it during the exercise, because that's gonna obscure and distract you from the real flow of thoughts. So after that, you're gonna write down what you have basically said to yourself about yourself. What beliefs came up? What views of the world came up? And now these become things to work on. These become past experiences that you need to evaluate. These become the things that you need to really face, to make peace with the past, to really figure out, why do I feel this way? And how to then move forward from that. And one of the best things you can do for this, besides introspection, would be to talk about it with someone you really trust, or even with a therapist, right? We all have trauma, each and every one of us. It doesn't need to be as big as having seen someone die, but even just being rejected once when you were like 14 years old and you asked a girl out. That can be traumatic, but we usually suppress these things. We distract ourselves. We live a life on copium, and we never actually face those feelings, those emotions, those beliefs that are within us. We just push them below the surface so that we're not aware of it. We distract ourselves, but then at the same time, they still run us subconsciously. And so get around people who can help you process these things. Get around just yourself, just your thoughts, with nothing to distract you with this exercise, to first of all bring those things above the surface. Because if you're not aware of what is haunting you, if you're not aware of what is holding you back, then how are you supposed to really get rid of the mental barriers that are within you? And the answer is you cannot. And so this exercise, even though it sounds simple, even though in a way it's easy, it is incredibly difficult. It's going to be painful. But as you go through it, the levels of self-awareness that you will gain from literally doing nothing and sitting there with nothing but your thoughts, that is going to be eye-opening and worth your way in gold. So what I would urge you to do is go and try this tonight, or at the very least tomorrow. You can find this time. Go ahead, go through this exercise, and if you have been watching until the end, give this video a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.